Hello and welcome again to another edition of Mr. Kindle's Corner. My name is Eddie Kindle and I'm proud to be, as always, the Assistant Superintendent of the Port Huron Area School District. And I'll tell you what, one of the best things about my position here is I get to talk to many of our brightest and best students to highlight some of their very distinguished accomplishments. And I'm excited about today's show. We have with us senior from Port Huron High School, Mr. Henry Herbert. Henry, welcome to the show. And as I said before, Henry, you're a senior. Henry has recently been recognized at our March board meeting for being one of 252 seniors nationwide to receive the Coca-Cola Scholarship. So, Henry, welcome to the show again. And tell us a little bit about how you found out about the Coca-Cola Scholarship Program.
Well, my counselor, Mrs. Meyer, actually put me in touch with our college advisor, which is Mrs. Hensley at Port Huron High School. And she was just filling me in with the scholarships every week. We talk every week about different new scholarships. And she just handed it to me and said, give it a shot. So I just decided to fill it out. And then about a month and a half later, I found out that I was a semifinalist. So.
That's fantastic, and congratulations on that award again. But tell me about the selection process that Coca-Cola put you through, and then what types of things were they looking for on the application itself?
Okay. Well, the selection process was actually kind of brutal. The first selection it consisted of like 4 different essays. You had to do a bio of yourself with like every school you've ever went to and your GPA and all your volunteer activities. And then you would wait about 2 months or so, and then you would either become a semifinalist or you wouldn't get the scholarship. And I actually got the semifinalist. And out of 84,000 kids who applied, they only picked 2,200 kids to become semifinalists. And then from that point on, we got another packet of information that was around 20 pages long, so it was pretty thick. And you had to do 4 more essays. You had to type everything on the computer and then print it out and then send it to them and stuff. But so that packet took another like hour and a half to do. But out of the 2,200 kids that they picked for the semifinalists, they only picked 252 finalists to get chosen. So.
And you ended up being number 1.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and congratulations again. Tell me a little bit about the volunteer activities that you've been involved in, because I know that was one of the requirements on the application itself.
Okay, well, there's several of them. I help out with the Salvation Army a lot. I actually attend that church. But we do the Feeding Our Future, which was a spring break program that feeds kids during spring break because they can't eat at home, so we give them food. I do the food and toy distribution during Christmas time with the Salvation Army. I've actually done that for 7 years now, I believe. I help out at the food pantry at the Salvation Army. I've done soup kitchens in the past. I help babysit houses, just all kinds of different stuff. And I actually teach a ranger class, which is like Boy Scouts, over at the Salvation Army every Thursday night. And I have 8 kids right now, 8 middle schoolers that are in the Port Huron Area School District. And I just teach them different things and that kind of stuff. I'm involved with the junior band at the Salvation Army. I teach young kids how to play instruments, which is a really cool life skill for them to know. And then I'm also involved with their senior band that's there, and we march like the Thanksgiving Day Parade down in Detroit, and just all kinds of different stuff. I did a lot of bell ringing this year. I did about 50 so hours of that. So wow. I take great pride in helping out the community for as much as they've given me. So.
And on behalf of everybody in the Port Huron Area School District and our community, we want to say thank you for those volunteer hours that you put forth. Because one of the things I was going to ask you is, when do you find time to take a breath and breathe and just enjoy being Henry Herbert? But one of the things I want you to talk about is the importance of community service. What have you learned to value about giving back to the community as you put forth so much effort in volunteer hours for yourself?
Well, community service to me is kind of a big deal because, I mean, I'm so well off that I'm able to help other people and just give back, whereas other people don't really have, whether it be the time or the talent or just the motivation to. And I feel like everyone who has the time to give up time to other people should just do it. It should just be something that you want to do. So
Fantastic. Well, Henry, when did you first start getting involved in community service, and where did you develop your interest from? And I know your parents, and I know your mom is extremely active in our community, and she does give a lot of her personal time to different organizations within our community. So what about you? When did you get involved?
I would have to say I was probably around like 12 years old. I don't really know what the exact event was. It was probably the food and toy distribution during Christmas time with the Salvation Army. But yeah, my parents they're just so involved with everything. My dad works a lot, and he's always pushing to keep working. And so he's really motivated. And my mother, she's been the PTA president for whatever middle school, elementary school, or whatever school I go to. She's always tried to be involved, and that's been since like elementary school. So I just have this great motivation in my life to do other things for other people.
Awesome.
So.
And we got to give credit to your mom and dad, because that's the type of example that is an expectation for you now from your family, and they set a great example for you.
Oh yes, I definitely believe I have awesome parents.
Okay, very good. Okay, now let's talk about the money. All right. Now, recently, the scholarship, as I know it, for Coca-Cola, you've been awarded a $10,000 scholarship. Where do you plan to go to college? And I think before we started today, you got communication that that money you may have an opportunity to have an increased amount added to your scholarship.
Yes, when I was down in Atlanta for the Coca-Cola scholarship, I was actually interviewed by the National Selection Committee, which is like a big deal through Coca-Cola. And with the interview process, they asked me a whole bunch of different questions about like our town and me volunteering and stuff. But through that, I'm going to find out either Thursday or Friday that I will be either selected to get $20,000 or just get the $10,000. So either way, right now, I already have $10,000. But and I plan on taking that money with me to go to Spring Arbor University, which is a private Christian college down near Jackson, Michigan. And I plan on majoring in business administration, and I'm also going to double major in music. So I play the trumpet with the Portage High School marching band. So
very good. Now, Henry, have you applied for any other scholarships?
Well, after the Coca-Cola one, I actually started applying for all of them because I realized that all those scholarships seem like they're just kind of a waste of time because they take so long to do, and you got so many essay questions you got to do. But you figure if you spend an hour tops on one scholarship, and for me, the Coca-Cola one took about 3 hours through the entire process. But 3 hours worth of work to get $10,000, you can't even get a job for that nowadays. Like, so after the Coca-Cola one, after I found out I got that one, I started filling out every single one I could get my hands on. And Mrs. Hensley's been a great help with that, and all the counselors and stuff filling out recommendation forms for me. But so as of now, I've probably applied for about 45 different scholarships, and I've only heard back from around 3 or so.
Well, good luck. And the first thing that I take from your comments are you just took the first step. Sometimes all you need to do is take the first step and put forth a great effort, and you can be rewarded.
Yes, yep.
So having gone through this process, what advice would you give to any other prospective graduating senior, or let's talk about the junior class or sophomore class of upcoming prospective seniors? What advice would you give them specifically to apply for the Coca-Cola scholarship?
Okay, well, I'm going to actually take it a step farther and go all the way down to freshman level, actually. I would just say take any opportunity that you get to do anything in life. I mean, you only get one chance to do it. And like with all the volunteering I do, if you just ask, somebody's willing to do it. And I'm one of those people that just say yes to everything I possibly can do. So just say yes to whatever you want to do, because you're never going to get another chance to do it. And as far as colleges go, I would start as soon as you can to look at what college you want to go to, because you don't want to wait till like the end of your senior year to try to figure that out, because you're just going to be so stressed about it. So, but I actually started my junior year, and I got the college lined up and everything, and I went into my senior year just hands free, basically. So.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I think that's great advice, because I always say preparation and planning, those are the keys to success.
Yes.
And that's why you're so successful, because you take a tremendous amount of time to plan things out. And it shows. Now, let's talk about your school. I mean, you are a Big Red at heart.
Yes,
And
I
you go
am.
to a fantastic high school. And I know you're involved in so many activities and committees within Port Huron High School, but talk to us a little bit about those committees, your participation in them as well, and what you feel about your experience at Port Huron High School as you walk out of the door after 4 solid years.
Okay. Well, like I said about the opportunity thing, I've just done everything I possibly could at high school. I started off, I did the marching band. I've been in that for 4 years. Wonderful time. Anyone who's looking to go into music, definitely do the marching band at PH. It's awesome. I did jazz band. We meet at 6:30 every morning, 5 days a week, and we perform at concerts and stuff. I've done that for 4 years. Student council, I've been involved with that for 4 years. I've never been a president or anything, but I'm just a normal member, and I enjoy it nonetheless. I did mock trial for 3 years. It was a great experience, and as you can see this year, the team actually took states, I guess. They went to states, so it's a grade A program there. I also did Big Red Wave, which helps the incoming freshmen try to learn the atmosphere of Port Huron High School, which is a great program. I've actually did that for 4 years, and I was the treasurer last year for it, and I was able to get a $1,000 grant from Walmart,
Sure.
which was unheard of before that time. And then I've also been involved with Friend to Friend. I did that my freshman year, and that's like a little church program that our high school had for a while. So,
Henry, one question. Can we clone you before you leave and graduate from Port Huron High School? I think all of these accomplishments are fantastic, and you do deserve all the kudos that you're getting right now, and especially your family, too. So I want to say congratulations to them as well. And I know they're extremely proud and looking forward to the future for you. And let's just pay close attention to your T-shirt there. Shaping the future, you're definitely shaping the future. And I'm comfortable with, sitting here talking to you, and I feel privileged for that opportunity. But again, let's talk about some of the teachers at Port Huron High School who have been an influence on your life throughout your past 4 years, because I know you wanted to mention and thank some of those teachers. So let's take some time to do that as well.
okay. I just wanted to thank all the teachers that actually has helped me throughout my life. I would have to say that Mrs. Abernathy, which was actually my ELA, one of my, not ELA, elementary school teachers, she's been a great influence. She actually helped me learn to read and write well. So I actually had a writing problem when I was younger. And then all my AP teachers at Port Huron High School have really tried to push me and that kind of thing. There's Mrs. Gilbert, there's Mr. Liu, and just all kinds of different teachers. I mean, if I was to name all of them, I'd be here all day. But just I want to thank all the teachers that actually want to help and that kind of thing. So
Now, there's one more award that I want us to talk about before we leave, and I think this is an extremely special award too. And I can see you start to smile about this as I present this to you, but the President's Volunteer Service Award, you're the 41st member of the state of Michigan, or the Eastern region, to receive that award. Tell us a bit about that award.
well, I actually found out about the award through my church. From teaching the Ranger class, there was all these different awards that I could give my kids, and I actually fell under this award myself. You actually have to volunteer around 100 hours a year, which was easy for me because I do around 500. And so my church pastor actually applied for me because I can't apply myself, and I was awarded it. It's the President's Volunteer Service Award, and it's super prestigious. The president actually signed something with his own hand, and it was started under the Bush administration. So it's fairly recent, but it's still very prestigious. So
Very good. And I just want to say that when we partner in this community, our school district, with teachers, parents, students, members of the community, this is the final result. We get to talk to people like Henry Herbert.
yes,
So I want to thank you again, and congratulations on all your awards. Best of luck at Spring Harbor College. I know you're going to be an asset to that college community, and you will be missed at Port Huron High School, but we hope you come back and visit us in our community and really help model what you've done for other kids, and so we can help give them opportunities like you've just received. And again, you are one of the brightest and best students in the Port Huron Area School District. So congratulations again, and we'll talk to you soon.